Building your restaurant's page is very similar to the process of building a hotel's page, but there aren't the same shady sites to look out for. We still link to official restaurant sites, display phone numbers, link to maps, and use recommendations from our list of trusted travel sites. In addition, we specify the type of cuisine that each restaurant specializes in. Let's take a look at how to put together a great restaurant SERP. The guide note should include links to the other SERPs for the city you're working on, such as the vacations, hotels, tours, and city pages. The fast facts should include internal links whenever possible and will differ depending on whether it is an American city or not. The top 7 should include links to lists and directories of restaurant recommendations for the specific city from trusted travel sites such as Frommer's, Fodor's, Concierge.com, etc. As always, the sites we use are listed on the travel style guide. Links to official restaurant sites are okay too, as well as quality local dining guide websites such as Yelp or CitySearch and local newspaper best of lists. If there are well-known food critics in the area, such as the Phantom Gourmet of Boston, those are great links to include as well. Because Zagat is such a well-known and trusted authority on food, we link to them whenever we can in the top 7, despite the fact that a paid subscription is needed to access the full content of the site. It is possible to find the general restaurant page for any city without a subscription if they have it, so link to this page and add a warning tag that a paid membership is required. Generally for restaurants, if it is not recommended by one of our trusted sites as detailed on the style guide, we do not list it. Cross-reference as many of these sites as you can to find the most recommended restaurants. Using local newspapers' best of lists is another good way to find restaurant recommendations, as is CitySearch's best of category. When available for your city, Frommer's is often a good place to start because everything they list is recommended. Click on the About Our Rating System link to see that it begins with 0 stars, which means the restaurant is recommended, and goes up to 3 stars, which is Frommer's exceptional rating. Next to that column is the price category. $3 or $4 signs are high-end restaurants, $2 signs are moderate, and $1 sign is affordable. Since Frommer's often has sizable lists of recommended restaurants, you can see why this can be a very good starting point for your SERP. Many restaurants do not have websites. If you don't see a link to the official site of the recommended restaurant, use Google to find out if a site actually exists. Also, Frommer's and Fodor's reviews can occasionally be dated, so searching for restaurant name closed can help determine if the establishment is even still around. If it is open and has no website, linking to the review is acceptable. Immediately following the restaurant's website link, list the cuisine type followed by the phone number. Most travel sites include the type of cuisine, but if not, it is usually easy enough to figure it out from the official site. Just like with hotels, when finding maps, Google Maps are preferable to anything else. Some countries do not have any available online map services, and in these cases, linking to the map on the restaurant's official site can be done. To get the best Google Map link, go to maps.google.com and click on Find Businesses. Enter the restaurant name into the What text field and the address in the Where field. When the restaurant appears, click on the red tag in the left-hand bar to display its information pop-up bubble. Make sure the red tag generally lines up with the green arrow on the map, otherwise you may have made a mistake with the address. Finally, click the Link to this page link to copy the correct URL, because the address bar will not change as you go through this process. On the next line down from the restaurant site, cuisine type, phone number, and map, we list all of the recommendations from trusted travel sites. This includes the Frommer's rating, Fodor's choice, denoted by a star on Fodors.com, Concierge.com recommendations, Lonely Planet top 5 picks, New York Times picks denoted by a yellow checkmark on their website, and more that are detailed on the style guide. Pricing categories for restaurants will vary by location. A moderate restaurant in one city may be more expensive than a high-end restaurant in another. When in doubt, compare to other places in the same area. If the city you're working on is famous for a particular type of food, like cheesesteaks in Philadelphia, crab in Baltimore, or Mexican food in San Diego, it may warrant its own section. Take it on a case-by-case basis to determine what people will be looking for when they search for restaurants in that city. If you have personally eaten at a particular place, don't forget to add a shaka. Last but not least is the vegetarian restaurant section. One of the best resources for finding them is Happy Cow. Their rating system consists of up to 5 little purple cow heads. Stick to 4 to 5 cow heads when deciding which restaurants to include. A link to the general Happy Cow search for your city is usually good to include as well. The related searches should list the other travel pages for the city, the general vacation page, and anything else you can think of. Redirects are extremely important. Think of every synonym, misspelling, and permutation of restaurants that you can think of. That includes terms like location food, food in location, location eating, dining in location, etc. Adding many redirects will make the page take a little longer to finish, but it is very worthwhile as it will help the user get to the information they need. Just remember, we're here to help. And just like the hotels page, be sure to go through and double check all of your links when you're finished. This is a very important step because it is very easy to mix up links as you get into a routine when building your SERP, particularly when it comes to maps. Now you know all the basic elements that go into making a great restaurants page. If you ever need a reference, take a look at the annotated restaurants template on the greenhouse, as well as the travel style guide, which has the list of our go-to sites. For more ideas, compare your page to one of the many travel pages we've already made on Mahalo. Good luck!